welcome to today's vlog. So we're actually on the way back from the Veteran Horse Society's show currently, which is the last vlog you would have seen on my channel. And I've had a mad thought. I said to Mum, just see if there's like anything else on today or tomorrow, because I've got tomorrow off. Like for Donny to do, like some show jumping or clear round or anything like that. Because you know, my holiday's precious, I want to make the most of it. So we've just seen there's actually a show on lunchtime today. We're estimated to get back home from the Veteran Champs at 10:30, and we're going to try very hard to do a very quick turnaround to get Donny to a show at 12 o'clock, which is one of our local shows, because they've got a hunter class and I want to go and support it. And we're going to see if I can get him ready in an hour, which is going to be a challenge. He's got fluffy legs. He hasn't been ridden in a day, not overly bad.
Don't know what antics he's been up to.
We know he's broken some fencing whilst we've been away, so I don't know what the statement's going to be. But we're hoping we can do a ridiculously quick turnaround and do Wild Horse Welfare. It's a charity show, isn't it? A southern area charity show. So we're hoping we are going to make it, because I've got my tack on board, I've got all my show stuff on board, so all I need to do is just swap the horses over. I was contemplating taking Finley, but we took all his plats out, let him in his stable at Veteran Champs just as he is, and he's covered in poo stains. So and I want to take Donny, because obviously Donny is the one who needs lots of experience. So yeah, come along with us for this absolute crazy ride of can we get a horse clipped, trimmed, platted in an hour and to a show. So yeah, find out. And guys, in a miracle, I'm out of breath. Yes, he's fully platted, stitched, feet are done, tail trimmed, legs trimmed within exactly an hour. They're not bad plats. We haven't cleaned this foot though very well. That's fine. So we're going to get him on board, go, and hopefully make it just in time for the hunter class.
Sorry, I keep walking.
Oh, you're okay.
Not at all.
Don't worry me at all.
Well, just like very stationary wear. Keep walking in front of cameras.
So this is Wild Horse Welfare. This is a horse rescue centre in Norfolk where they take on hundreds of rescue horses each year. They've got this beautiful indoor arena which they hold lots of different events, and of course raising money for the rescue centre and trying to rehome lots of very adorable little rescue ponies. But yeah, this was the ridden hunter class. Donny warmed up really well, and this arena I always think is quite spooky because the mirrors are kind of like at horse eye level, but he went in there and he was totally chill and relaxed. So if I was on Finley, this space would be perfect, but with Donny, when they split the arena in half, it is quite tight for us, even though you're probably looking at it and thinking, God, there's loads of room in there. But I actually find this quite tight. So I was just trying to use my space as much as possible. You might see me like walking around and just looking for a new space. Donny has a nice walk, but I wouldn't say he particularly covers the ground loads in walk. The canter is the pace where he really covers the ground. So yeah, if you have a horse that's quite big moving, just keep looking for a space in the arena. And luckily there was only 3 of us in here, so I could keep you know, it didn't get too messy or carnage. You know, you can really think about how you're going to use your space. And already when I'm walking in the arena and kind of looking at the space, I'm kind of thinking about how my show is going to work in here. Because some arenas are, of course, like square, oblong. Some of them are even smaller than this or on grass. And like, I always think ahead and try and think about where I'm going to do my show, especially on Donny because he's a big horse. But as well, like, we know that Donny's right lead canter is his weakest, so I always try and do the left lead canter first in my show, then the right, and kind of do it on the way into a corner, so I'm sort of furthest away from the judge. So you have to kind of be sneaky like that, especially if you've got horses that are quite green or unbalanced. It's really thinking about using the space in a way that will make your horse look best. So then, after all the horses had a good walk round and looked at the arena, we went into trot. I was just trying to get Donny moving forwards, but also keeping my hands still and up. Because when I jiggle with my hands a lot, he jiggles with the I'm messing with the contact. So it's sort of getting him in a nice forward rhythm, keeping my hands still, remaining tidy. I didn't have any spurs on or anything today, but I probably could have done with using some because it was quite warm. He wasn't actually that responsive off my leg. He was a little bit on the sleepy side, but yeah, I was happy with how he was going in the trot rhythm. She then asked us to go forward to canter, and you can see in that last corner I thought about cantering. He didn't feel like he was going to get the right lead, so I just made him come back to trot and waited till the next corner, because there's nothing worse than rushing and hurrying and getting in a fluff, basically. So this is his worst rein, which is much more apparent, especially in this size arena, because we're kind of overtaking everyone, which you can see. I would, a hands up that I shouldn't really be overtaking everyone, but I'm in a space where I don't have much choice. I didn't cut them up ridiculously, but I think the judge knew that, which is why we only did one little bit of canter and then swapped into the other rein and then moved on to his left rein. He is much more balanced on the left, as you can see. I can just sit and relax a bit more on the left, as on the right I definitely have to have my leg on and hold him, and he isn't strong enough on the right to kind of collect up enough yet. But yeah, on the left he was lovely. He's maintaining quite a nice rhythm and balance. He's soft over his back, he's supple, and you'll notice we're not overtaking everyone because he has the strength on the left to just collect a little bit more. But I mean, it's just one of those things which will come with time. All I can do is keep working on it. But yeah, when I brought Donny, which is coming up for 2 years ago, he had never cantered on the right. They had just let him canter on the left lead on both reins. So it's trying to undo that. So then it was time for our show. They just pulled us in any order. The judge was actually really lovely. I'd never been under this judge before, but she asked me lots of questions. She was really friendly. Yeah, just really nice. So we then went on to do our ridden show, and I had already thought very clearly about what I was going to do, because I did not want to go cantering behind the horses and scare them. So I wanted to keep everything at the front and just take my time with it, especially in this sort of small space. So I used this corner to pick up the left lead canter, so it just gave me a little bit more space. And I thought, we'll just have a nice canter along the front here, and then bring him back into a nice gentle trot, so I'm not rushing. And then I can use this space here in the corner to bring him across the diagonal again. And here he's starting to go, are we going to canter, mum? Put my leg on and ask. We got a good right lead canter transition, but he just kind of falls out the contact a little bit. Cantered in front of the other horses. I decided at this point I wasn't going to do an extension because it was just too tight. She didn't ask for one, so I didn't do one. Walked a few steps towards the judge before halting and saluting. We kept it short and sweet. Yes, ideally I would have done a gallop, but in this space I just can't without becoming out of control or nearly running like another competitor over. But Donny won the class. She said we did a lovely show. She said he's slightly immature, but he was super for his age, really well behaved, and everything she wanted to see in a hunter. And it was really nice that she actually spent time with each competitor, giving them a bit of advice, because sometimes when you do come first, they don't give you any feedback, but she gave everyone something to work on, or just a little bit of feedback, which was really good. And this is the other side of the arena. There was an in-hand championship going on. So some very cute little ponies in here doing some in-hand stuff. But yeah, it's such a lovely venue at Wild Horse Welfare, and they do have shows here probably every month, and it's only half an hour away from us, and because it's indoor, it's just a really nice venue. Everyone's really friendly, and you get competitors of all levels. So once we'd done our go round, we all got pulled in, and there was quite a good variety. We had riding horses, cobs, and the other lady from my hunter section. Yeah, I was really happy with how Donny went in the go round, especially in the canter. I thought his trot could have been a bit more forward going. There was also this little girl from the concourse, and that was very, very cute. The judge actually spent a very long time deciding, and oh my god, it's so intense when you're waiting for them to call the champion in reserve. What I love about these southern area shows is they do like a block of classes, then a championship. So then you're not waiting around all day for like the championship at the end of the day. So I think it's really lovely, and that way you generally have like lots of different sections you can enter, and in order to do like your own championship for that section. So I think this was the championship from concours, riding horses, hacks, hunters and cobs. And then you'll see that I do another class after this one, and then they do another championship to follow that. So it's quite cool that they have all these little mini championships, because there's nothing worse than waiting around all day for a championship that you may or may not get, a placing in. Especially when it's quite warm like it was today, like this day. Because you don't want your horse to be sweating on the box all day. So I do really appreciate that they have this sort of layout, and I'm definitely seeing it more and more at my local shows. So the judge then decided that she wanted the coloured cob as champion, and I was the reserve, and I was really happy with that. I actually know the lady on the coloured cob, and she actually qualified for Horse of the Year show this year with him. So I was really happy. I thought Donny went really, really well. A championship is its own separate class, but again, it comes down to, what the judge likes. But yeah, I was really happy to get the reserve champion. Donny was super well behaved, and there were some really nice horses. I quite like this riding horse that's now coming past the camera. I thought that was quite smart. So yeah, it was really nice. So Donny won his ridden sports horse class. She just said for her personally she prefers the more sort of finer and sporty like sports horses, even though I mean Donny is a registered Irish sports horse, but you know he's definitely more on the drafty side. For me, like, I completely agree, he's more of a hunter stamp than like a sports horse. I think Finley would probably get away with being more of the sports horse type just because he's a bit more athletic. So this championship was the first and second from the sports horse section and the part-bred section. I think there was another class, but I don't think anyone had come forward for it, so it's just the championship from those two categories. So yeah, it was just exactly the same again. You walk, trot and canter, go around, change of rein. So you do that on each rein, and then the judge makes her decision. So Donny was pulled forward as ridden champion, so I was really happy. He'd just been super consistent. I actually think his right lead canter transitions definitely improved as the show went on. He was such a good boy, considering I'd literally just dragged him in from the field, clipped his legs and stuck some plats in. Yeah, he just seemed really happy, and I feel like even though he's only 5 still, he is really starting to understand his job. Like, he comes to a show, I get him off the box, he's becoming quite easy now, and it's making it really enjoyable. Like, yeah, I get him off the box, he stands still, he lets me tack him up on my own, I can do all his quarter marks. He gets so chilled, you know what I mean? I just take him in the warm-up and he just gets on with it and does his job. And regardless of what venue I seem to come to, he just seems to just be lovely and chill and happy to do his ridden job. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to doing some other ridden showing bits. I really want to go back to the working hunter, but again, it is just finding working hunter shows that are on, because I feel like he has matured and he has grown and developed quite a lot. I mean, we've still got loads to do, but these Irish draft types do take a very long time. But yeah, it was a lovely day out and I really enjoyed myself just at a local show. No pressure, just riding, smiling and enjoying my horse. And we're back with Mr. Champion. Hey Don. Hey, that was an unexpected show. Been a superstar, haven't you? Yeah. Hey baby boy. Come on, let's get your lead rope on. I've got to take your plats out. Oh. Come here. Oh, hello baby, hello baby. Oh. There we go. Come on, gorgeous. Gonna do. Good boy. Did you enjoy your little show outing? We missed Finley though. I know you're desperate to be reunited with him. We'll get your plats out, put your fly back on, and you can go out. Let us go find Finny, shall we? It's glorious here, absolutely glorious. Good boy. Finny! Of course, Finley has to tell him off. Oh, Don. Is he horrible to you? Yeah. Grumpy Finny. Yeah, of course. I'm not going to catch you again, am I? Oh, literally you're rolling right where my feet are. Is that nice? Boys are back out in the sunshine after their weekend of showing. I hope you have enjoyed today's vlog and we'll see you all next week. Bye!